We are tWoTcast episode 340. 340.
All right, everyone shut the fuck up.
Wheel of Time. Reread podcast. Explicit and R freaking rated. Jono's the wild card, always talking shit. Joe's the straight man. He's a total dick. Tom calls in if he's not too busy. We are tWoTcast!
You're viewing tWoTcast, the Wheel of Time. Reread podcast. Now covering whatever we want that's loosely connected to the Wheel of Time, and currently that is the Wheel of Time Companion, which is everything to do with about the Wheel of Time, because it covers everything. With me, as always, is Jono.
Jono!
Oh, hey, Jono.
Hi, Joey.
Hey, man. And
Hi,
I'm Joe. And Tom is frequently here, too. Hello, Thomas.
Always here, Joe. Stay your mouth.
Are you?
Yeah.
I mean, always.
I'm gonna still go with frequently because it's just not often enough for me.
I feel like every time we think about changing it to always here, he's just like, oh, I'm going to miss a day.
And he's like, I'm gonna miss. Yeah, that's when he misses.
Honestly, considering leaving right now.
Tom's not even here.
Tom, are you here?
Yeah.
I cannot get my headphone A's to work, which
Surprisingly unmuted.
might be a slight problem. I'm not gonna lie.
Nah, it'll be fine.
It'll be all
We'll
right.
take
No.
it. Tell
long
me
as
that John will
your
take care of it for you.
If anything, will cause a horrible, feedback loop.
It's what everyone wants.
I mean, what else do you want?
Technically, this
Hey,
whole
what-
show is just a horrible feedback loop of three people.
Agreed. Yeah.
It's like a weird Ouroboros of just come, really, just back and forth, snowball.
Yeah, that sounds
Oh,
about
snowball. I was thinking circle.
Same
Hey,
idea.
see if you could settle something for me. I was arguing with my wife that three people couldn't have a circle jerk, that it would be a triangle, and at any time it's like a Mexican standoff, and one person might get covered with two coms.
How many
You can
people do
lie
you need?
down.
How many people do you need for a circle jerk?
You can lie down.
I
This
mean,
way
more
you
than
don't
three,
have
I would say.
Well, 4 is a square jerk. Like, what? How many points are we gonna
Yeah,
do?
you need more.
If you're gonna be that serious about it.
That's
I'm
actually
just
what
saying,
Robert
at any point with three people,
Yeah.
like, one person might get hit twice, and that's not.
But I can
a circle.
No, no.
But I can draw a circle around 3 points on a graph the same way I can a triangle.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
get.
know.
If you
I'm
just-
I'm aware of the idea that it could be a circle. Look, we already lost a viewer.
I'm pretty sure that this was the issue that Robert Joe was trying to figure out how to solve, and that's why like a circle had 13 women, or and then like you bring another dude
Look,
in.
Matt says 5, 4 is a square. See, more than 4. That's all I'm saying.
I disagree. I think you can do it with
You
three.
only technically need 2 people for a circle.
Yeah. See.
All right.
I mean,
just going the
are
other
we doing?
direction.
Are we doing hexagon jerks and octagon jerks?
Yeah.
Like,
When do you
Speaking
stop?
of circles, today's episode is brought to you by the letter O.
that's a fucking flawless segue.
That's why I shouted over you to say it, because I was like, "This is brilliant."
Yeah, this is how
I'm
I'm
gonna run with it.
did. So I want to apologize to our audience, by the way. Joe was supposed to be way drunker because he started drinking at like 12:30.
I did, yeah.
But we'll get him
It
back.
was actually closer to 11, but whatever, it's fine.
Yeah,
We had an early
It's
lunch.
Tuesday, so it's all right.
Let's sober up from that.
Yeah, I mean, I
But then- then if you have
I
drinks-
drank from 11:30 or so till about 2:30, and then I sobered up so I could drive home, and then I started drinking again. So like, it's a weird roller coaster ride I'm on today.
So you go to the office like one day a week, and on one of them you
Yeah.
go to a 3-hour lunch and drink.
Yeah. yes, I did. Yeah.
I'm
Nobody's
sorry for
watching
the office
this.
that often. Yeah.
Glenn, right now it's 8:37.
We haven't used an AM or a PM once in this entire thing.
The
Why wouldn't
circle jerk of time.
Wait a minute.
Ayush is correct. What are we talking about here tonight, boys? The Wheel of Time companion.
Wheel of Time companion. We also
I guess. Oh, go ahead, John. I'm sorry.
It's up to you if you want to talk about the sneak peek, which is just the nipple slip.
I mean, it's not very long, so I guess we could like watch it and get out of the way. Or do you feel like that'll delay us talking about? Or should we save it for the end because it's just more fun, dumb TV show stuff to talk about?
Yeah,
Oddly, I would suspect it will be more coherent early. So let's do the O's first, and then we'll get back into really bad guessing at the end of it. Ooh, bourbon.
We'll have plenty of time for that because I don't have a lot for the O's.
All right, well, let's just maybe. Oh, by the way, for our listeners and or viewers, we don't have a guest tonight. We know a lot of people in the Wheel of Time community, and I'm sure someone has an O in their name, but we were really lazy and didn't try to find them.
You know what's bad is that we've taken some time off, so we're rusty, and then we also haven't had a show without a guest in I can't even tell how long. And usually,
Tom is saying it right, you know.
If we don't want to do any heavy lifting, we're just like, well, let's talk to the guest and put them on the spot. And now we're rusty and we don't have a guest.
I love that we're rusty.
I mean, it's laziness.
11 years and we still can't figure out without a rhythm of at least.
Well, at least that's 340 consecutive episodes in a row of you bringing up how long we've done this and how bad we are.
But you're the one who brought up the fact. Oh, thank you. You're the one who brought up that we're rusty. Oh, God.
I know. I'm bringing up a circumstance of the moment.
It's also speaking of circumstance of the moment.
The same show.
We had a wonderful tWoTcast get together Saturday night for Yoey's birthday.
That's true. Yeah, I'm old now. If anyone didn't know that before.
Jono knocked children to the ground.
You did too, because you were in my arms. Write that one down.
Jono, you used Tom as a weapon to knock children to the ground.
Okay. Gotta get.
And to clarify, Tom, it was a child. Tom, a Maryland study. Our good friend Jess. I have a question. Does Tom not have a house? He's always outside.
I know.
Tom, you can come stay with me.
I'm outside of my house.
No.
I'm only inside in the absolute freezing winter. Otherwise, no. I don't like
also, your wife doesn't want you inside.
Yeah. Also, I mean, Tom's respectful, and he doesn't want to smoke inside.
Yeah. Or do
he can't.
Inside
he
work.
Can't do this without drinking and smoking, so he has to be outside.
Your three vices.
I do without. I do without smoking. When I'm staying in a hotel, that's something.
Smoking and drinking.
And tWoTcast.
Joe turned 40? Question mark. That's an interesting. I did say it because I'm old, but no, I'm past 40. Keep going, Glenn.
Joe turned 69.
Well past.
Yeah.
John, how many notes do you have for O?
Notes O's? 1, 2.
Wait, are we getting into the O's already? All right.
Yeah.
What about
Walking in the sky, but if it's injured, it won't fly. Take a look, it's in the book. I feel a time coming now. Friends can't go anywhere, but he has to know the embarkation to go and open a portal. Mad jokes about anything. Martin Bailey's cards on page 95. The Wheel of Time companion. Because no reason, Ellen
Do you think the first donate to their Patreon with a question marks makes less people donate to the Patreon?
I don't honestly care what the result is.
Like Taffy's just like,
I'm in love with that song and I don't care.
He's like, I don't even think it's a good idea. And like, wait a minute, this is messing things up.
Maybe I should reiterate.
I'll say it again, but with an exclamation point this time.
How long did it take to go 95 to like just the pies to go for that rhyme? Like,
No idea.
It's brilliant and
I
beautiful.
hope not long.
Just like Taffy.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
our-
knowing Taffy's.
The starting point of the song. Like,
Yeah.
let's start here and branch out from there.
Thoughts and prayers for her. She's unfortunately not able to be on the show tonight.
People are speculating at my age. Oh, sorry. Glenn, what is happening? Joe's not near my 49 years, is he? Matt Stagger is 48, but he looks 52.
I think people are passive aggressively trying to get you to say it without directly asking. So don't do it.
Double 21, as we figured out in the Uber ride over there. Because I didn't have my ID, and I was like, not that this matters, but I don't have my wallet. And then my wife just said, well, you're double 21, so I think you're covered. Anyway, back to the O.
Yeah.
Jono, how many notes do you have for O? I have not a lot.
We'll start with your first one then.
All right, let's go to page 547.
Ooh, getting into
this
it
one
first.
is a long one and a very serious one.
The Old Tongue Way.
No, it's just Old Jack. He's the man up a tree in the song Old Jack's Up a Tree.
There are so many weird little tidbits in this companion that I would never have known that I would love this much until we
Weirdly
started
enough,
doing
no entry for the song Old Jack's Up a Tree.
it. Who's Old Jack? He's a man up a tree in a song
What's the name?
entitled Old Jack's Up a Tree.
It would have been much better if the next entry was song Old Jack's in a Tree or Up in a Tree.
C song.
So it brings us to the same page where the Old Tongue starts. Jono, did you read this?
I read all of it.
All of it.
I read all of the Old Tongue, like each entry for the Old Tongue or the actual. Did you want the language or the description of the language?
I mean, did you just read all 30 pages of this or 25 pages?
Oh no!
Jono, how do you say friend in the Old Tongue?
I don't know. I did not read that.
You failed. You failed.
That's what it is. It's just you fail.
Was that
Yeah.
Joe? The quiz would go a lot better if you said the Old Tongue word and we had to guess what it meant.
All right. How about this one? Ka ilyet.
Bowl
Ka apostrophe Lyet.
Little
Ka
girl.
ilyet.
Little girl.
Do come.
If you're just gonna make up the answers, then it's not. Okay.
That's what it says. You know?
Oh, I do come. Yeah, he's right. He's not fucking around.
Yeah,
I do.
I'm not.
Yeah, caveat means I do come.
Also, you guys have the books in front of you. This isn't a game. You're just gonna.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna look.
Oh, okay.
You can
All right,
see our faces.
I'll try to. I'm busy studying the text.
Call yet up here, Kylie.
Is that what it is?
Caili is skirt.
Jono is flipping through the book,
Well, yeah, of course I'm cheating.
kind of defeating the game.
Well,
That
I'm
is
not
kind
gonna know
of
any of
defeating
these
the
guys.
game, Jono. How much of the Old Tongue are we actually going to
I know the funny
No,
thing
no,
would have
I
been.
didn't want to talk about any of the actual Old Tongue. I wanted to talk about the actual entry for the Old
Well,
Tongue.
It would have been entertaining for Joe to just say words from the Old Tongue if we tried to randomly guess what they meant.
Well, that's
but
what we're doing. That's what we're
You've-
doing. I'm trying to find a good
you
one.
peed all over it with the urine.
With pee-pee from your pee-pee hole. What are you talking about?
All right, you guys should maybe guess this out of like context, but ghoul, Ghul.
It's a thing that chases Charlie Day around his apartment with
The Nightman?
ghouls. It's one of his interests.
Ghoulies? Yeah. Watch out for those ghoulies. It's a pit or a hole, as in shadow
Oh,
hole.
Shia Gruel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with Shia Gruel.
I think is this going to be one of those things where everybody watching is like screaming to their screen? 'cause
It's
they
like,
know the
oh my
answer, and
god, it's so obvious.
we're just like,
Oh,
it's a cat.
Yeah.
All right. This is okay. Interesting. What? All right. Never mind. Moving on from that one. No, we're doing it anyway. It's an adjective. I'll give you that. So it's man. MAN.
What's an adjective?
Adjective. Oh, there's a C. Man.
Is it man?
Manetheren? What would Manetheren? The land?
That was a good. I mean, you're in the right direction with Manetheren.
Um,
Land's horse is probably a better direction to go in, if you remember what that means.
It means.
Well, his horse name is Mandarb, so.
Mm-hmm.
Which was what did Faye want to name herself? Mandarb, and it was
that's where I went, and I couldn't remember.
Oh, it means unibrow bitch.
I thought you
got it
for real.
Yeah,
unibrow bitch. What's wrong with you?
She says she wants to name herself Mandarb, and Perrin laughs, and she explains exactly what it means, and I can't remember what she says.
Mandarb means blade. Which is the name of the land stallion. Man stallion.
So what is
man related to man is just an adjective. It says related to blade / sword. Man has the same root as war, violence, or aggression. Which I actually kind of like. Also, it's obviously a commentary.
What does Dragoran mean?
Look at Dana Liu just coming in. Blade, obvious. You guys are done.
Why do you guys know? We don't know either.
No more game. No more, do your entries, John.
No, I want her. She's gonna guess every time. Dana, you're guessing from now on. All right, I'm trying to. This is a noun. It's mikra, and I'll put it into a sentence for you. Jono has no mikra.
Man.
No.
Mikra. Is it MIK''RA?
No, it's just MIKRA.
Is it pigment in your skin?
Oh.
Is it soul?
No, but I wish I'd picked that.
Wish pigment in your skin was randomly
it's shame. It's shame.
Oh, true too, yeah.
I just immediately went to ginger jokes.
Odashi. One of the Dark One's three plans, three-pronged plan is Odashi.
It's got to be weather.
Yeah, you're right.
You got the hints.
I mean,
it
could have been headaches. Could have been headaches, Jono. You don't know. You don't know things.
They're just in the middle of all these like normal blade, aggression, rape. What?
This is yeah. What do you mean man means rape? That's weird. Okay. We might be done with this dumb game.
All right.
Aww.
Give us an entry, Jono.
I was actually going to talk about the old tongue though, like the actual.
All right, let's talk about. So, how about this? I'll flip through periodically, and if I find one that's funny, we'll talk about it. We'll continue this game throughout. What about the old tongue entry, Jono?
I actually one of the things that's addressed here is when it occurred, like when the actual like split between common and old tongue. Thank you, Dana Liu. As you should.
Dana Liu said, "I refuse to play by any rules you make up." That's true. not the headaches.
But apparently, the common tongue began kind of splintering from the old tongue, which was the only real speech at the time, like just after the breaking, really. Mm-hmm. And what's funny is like when I first started reading it, I was like, oh, it's kind of similar to how like Romance languages, kind of gradually shifted away from Latin. And then I took a look at the script. And that is in no way any sort of thing that made any sense for someone to adapt a secondary language from. But that's okay. I was,
I wish we had a picture to throw up on the screen, but obviously if anyone's seen like any bit of the old tongue in any reference, when did they show the old tongue? I guess they write it in cursive in the books, but they don't really like use these characters, obviously, right? The letter forms. Yeah,
maybe in like the big white book. Like there, I could see.
Yeah, maybe. I'm trying to think of a place I've seen that.
Like
I don't think I know of one.
It's based on like threes, right? The old tongue is based on threes, like for at least numerically, like 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6. Like it's a very strange numbering system as well. Also of interest, Luther Pandrag, when he went to Shanshan, he took common with him, and destroyed every other native language, and that's why everyone speaks this language. So that's good. Little good cultural work there.
Yes.
Joe, are you on
Oh,
mute?
wow.
Oh, I am muted. Sorry. Yeah, I said Dana has said RJ had no idea how languages change and develop. That's hilarious, and also I agree.
Yeah,
The script appeared on a portal stone in one of the 2 RPG books published by Watt.
Oh my god!
Back in the day. Wow.
Well, there you go,
Glenn. I don't know if you have the companion, but we're speaking specifically of the letter forms that are like, A means this, B means that.
No,
kind
he
of
said
thing.
this script, so he's aware of what's going on.
Yeah, I hope.
I
maybe. I don't know. Yeah. I do have both those books. It'd be fun to like look back to that and see.
Yes, that was a Halloween themed name.
No,
Little do people know that we skipped a few weeks so that we could do O in October. So good for Glenn.
With 8 O's.
Yeah.
Just looking at these letter forms, I'm just going like, that looks like an N. That looks like an N. That looks like look at D, E, T, and U. It's like those are indistinguishable almost. It's just a different curl. It's like it's just a curl at a different part on the letter. I'm like, that would be so confusing.
A lot of W's,
especially when you get into people's handwriting.
Oh, yeah,
a lot of W's.
And then lastly, the last paragraph before words and phrases in the Old Tongue implies that Ogier script is just Old Tongue.
Yeah.
Like when they go through the ways, literally Matt Cawthon should be able to just direct them right through, no problem.
Well, I mean, post them going through the ways that initial time, right?
Can you imagine trying to explain this to somebody? Like,
you mean in the first book? Why would he be able to direct them through the ways?
I guess, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right about that. I misunderstood what you're saying. Although maybe he'd just get drunk and remember what he's trying to fucking
like post book 4 or whatever, maybe.
Yeah, that's fine. But still, like that's a weird thing to call it Ogier script the whole way. It's just the Old Tongue.
Yeah, and it's just Old Tongue. That is weird. Huh.
Like that was confusing for me.
Maybe their whole language came from.
I know we're talking about the Old Tongue a lot, but it's basically the entire section of O, so I have no problem with this.
So what is this? What is this? What is this like if you have to call and give somebody a code over the phone, like they ask and you're like B as in boy and M as in Michael, and instead you're like S as in W or W as in S and T as in N, W.
What I said was N as in D, N as in E, N as in T, N as in U.
The rotary phones today were fun.
All right, I've got one for you. It's Canant. It's Canant. As in I've got some Canant.
Oh, it's come.
No.
Yeah. Why is it Shanda? Is it cut?
No.
Like step.
What if I ran into the room bursting? Yeah, you got it. When I burst in the news and said, "Boys, I've got some Canant."
That took me too long.
I'm glad we got that one. Good job, Tom.
You want to go to page 576?
The clues are more. Me giving you clues is way more fun than just saying a word and you trying to guess it. I like how we've figured this game out really fast.
Have we?
Tom, what is your other? What I mean, we can keep talking about the Old Tongue. What do you have more to say, Jono?
I'm good with that. That was all I had.
Oh, okay. All right, what do you guys want to talk about?
Just keep bringing. I said go to page 576 at the bottom.
Sorry.
Terran, a hero for the Horn. When Rand saw him, he became aware of all of his other names through the ages, including those he didn't recognize, such as Oscar. I just thought it was funny.
You know, it's the kids from Ghostbusters too.
Every name of this hero through the ages, Rand would recognize it. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, except no one likes him because he's Terran the Grouch. They called him. Lived in a garbage can.
Not one single past life did Rand ever watch Sesame Street.
That trash can character. I'm not watching that shit.
Or The Odd Couple.
What's his original name?
Just every famous Oscar.
His original name is Linzo Terran.
I can only think of two off the top of my head.
They named those little golden statues after me. Didn't know if you knew that, Luce Terran.
So, let's backtrack a couple pages.
Oh, thank God. Do it
Oh,
real
just
entry.
one actually.
Well, we were already to the end, so I was shocked.
575.
I don't like to do it in order.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Okay. Well, we shouldn't.
Usquai,
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
which we all know is whiskey, or at least we all assume it is.
Whiskey.
Because
Whiskey.
it looks like you just misspelled whiskey.
Every time
Very-
they describe it, I think it's like prison wine.
It's exactly what I was about to say. What did Robert Jordan drink for whiskey? Considering that I'm drinking his.
There's a lot of Oscars coming in, guys. Oscar Wells.
We
Oscar
clearly don't
Wilde.
have culture. It's obvious we have no culture. Like
I know they're very well thought out Oscar guesses.
Wait, that's all we
I
got?
just wanted to be somebody that Jordan knew, like just like his gardener or something. Like, oh, Oscar. Totally a hero for the horn.
But anyway, so yeah, the description of whiskey that he drinks, I'm just very disturbed by, and I really want to know what his favorite
It
was.
looked like faintly brown tinged water, tasted almost like it, and kicked like a mule. Jesus. Sounds like they don't have a very smooth whiskey in the IEO waste, you know.
I like
Which is
Tom
weird.
Cruise more.
Why shizzle just said toilet wine? Perfect. Hey, back to the old tongue real quick. Glenn said perhaps the Uyghur only used the script, but it was a different language. That's actually a solid point. You know,
That
like
could
maybe it was
be.
the same characters, but it was still a different.
I mean, obviously, we speak English, which is the same letters as 30
Yeah,
different
yeah.
languages. On the other hand, no.
Absolutely not. Get out of here, Glenn, with your normal
That's dumb.
thoughts and interesting use of your brain.
Since we're on page 575 for Osengar, I didn't really want to talk about Osengar at all. I just wanted to point out killed by Elsa Penfell.
Yeah.
You really love that Ozo Penfell, you know?
That's all I had.
The name given to Agenor, who was resurrected by the Dark One and given a stolen male body. He slipped in among the Ashman under the name Corlin Deshiva, which, I mean, I loved him in that just fake
Yeah.
name.
Deshiva's amazing.
I
He's
really
great.
love Deshiva.
Tame thought he was only a high-ranking Dark Friend. That did not suit Osengar greatly. He wore both the sword and the dragon. His original purpose there was to keep a close eye on the gathering of men who could channel. Okay.
Also,
His strength level was ++2.
Are you gonna read this whole entry? It's long.
No.
Plus,
No, I'm almost done, honestly.
He's just behind Rand and Shaman.
there's something weird too about the fact that he was to be the assistant to Mazrim Taim, like not the other way around. Not like, and maybe like an assistant was kind of like what it's supposed to.
No, I
look
think he meant Deshiva was an assistant.
Yeah, is it Deshiva is ++2, whatever that means,
But-
Yeah, but I mean, didn't he hide that?
of Forsaken. And yes,
Didn't he hide
he
that?
doesn't know that, but at the same time, like it's weird to like it's a big slap in the face to
He had
a
a
man.
+2 sword, plus, said Dana, plus he has an advantage to deceptive charms.
I think that was just because he was being punished for getting himself killed,
Yep.
and also that was right when they were supposed to be causing chaos everywhere.
I
think they went
feel
and
like it's
ascertained
talking
that-
specifically
all
about
over
the
the
Black
place.
Tower.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with like Tame even knowing he's who he is.
Yeah, why
That's
would
what
you want
Thomas
Tame to
Thompson-
know that? Like,
Yeah. Again,
Oh.
I just think it's a direct slap in the face with which hand is it? Left hand or right hand? Left hand. It's a direct slap in the face with him, like to just be brought back and then like, hey, by the way, you're this, fucking new age guy's assistant. It's just really kind of funny that that's how his life turned out.
I
And then
mean,
he gets
at
killed
least
by
he
a
wasn't
vulture.
made a lady. He did get killed by Elsa Penfell.
Also, wasn't
Did you-
Tame
did
accepted
you-
as a
did-
Forsaken by the end anyway, says Ayush, and yes, he was, basically. I mean,
I can't
I don't know
believe
how
there was-
official that was, but I mean, it basically was, yeah.
Let's just talk about that for a second.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird how many Forsaken died throughout the course of this, and only like one was raised, I guess. I thought there
It
would be
does seem like a
more
bad
before
idea.
things were said and done.
Raised in what respect? Like
I thought they would.
reborn?
I thought Rand would have to deal with new people named Forsaken before it was over.
Oh yeah. I mean, there was like tons of dreadlords that Demandred, Bow the Wild or whatever.
Oh,
brought
dreadlords, they're bitches.
I mean, but they're like
Dude,
male
it's-
channelers that are evil. So I mean,
Yeah,
theoretically,
sure.
one of them could be like powerful enough to become a Forsaken at some point.
I mean, no one did a good enough
Was the
job to
number
get
less than
promoted.
13 at the end? Because I guess it was, right?
I assume somebody like Alviarin would have done a good enough job throughout the course of all this time before the last battle to get promoted to at least like
Yeah, it feels weird that it's only
assistant
tame.
Forsaken. Like that would have been.
Yeah,
Assistant Forsaken. Yeah, give him a better name than
He
Dreadlord.
can't be manager, but at least assistant manager.
I
Yeah.
feel like tame was only raised. Oh, Glenn said raised would be the more correctly chosen, and that's correct. Yeah, but that being said, like I mean,
I don't like being corrected in real time.
I don't appreciate. I appreciate and also don't appreciate that.
Yeah. Maybe if he could correct us previous to us misspeaking, be helpful.
Let's do it after the fact in the comments that I don't read and don't respond to.
Thanks, Joe. Putting that shit right in our face.
Ayush said, "Here's a question: why do the Aes Sedai now are called Black Aja, while the older Aes Sedai, everyone was a Forsaken?" I think that's kind of goes to the Dreadlord
Right.
thing. Like,
No,
Black
they were
Aja
not.
just means, yeah.
They were not.
I used so like it was only like the top 13 really that were considered the Forsaken that were like even back 3,000 years ago.
Why should
Although
have said this?
something more.
Why? I like the idea that Dark One is obsessed with 13 Chosen. I thought he
Yeah.
was. Was he not? maybe was that just a random number?
Yeah, but
Random.
I guess it would make no sense every time one's just like wiped off by Balefire or something. Like, well, here's a new one. There will never be less than 13.
Oh yeah, it's not. I guess it's not like that rule. Yeah. I guess
Also,
it's not a hard fast rule.
Don't put questions from Ayusha. Put questions from people that read the book in order.
I've forgotten that.
It's a subtle dig.
I don't need
Our
to
good
correct
friend
it.
Ayush, who classically read the books completely out of order.
Jono, what else do you have? I have
Dana said,
the
"Yeah, give us a
Oathrod.
new female chosen." I agree.
Yeah.
Alvirian easily could have been like,
What about
"Listen, I've
Sydney?
done enough. I've done shit." Just been like, "I earned this."
Yeah, she did a lot more than
Or-
many of the actual chosen.
Give me-
Really.
Give me Millie Skane, a non-channeling Forsaken. That would have been a lot of fun.
Horrible.
Jono, I've got the Oathrod, Ogier left, and then one other. And that's it.
All right. I've got. Well, then I'll go with Ankala,
Just-
page 574.
All right.
Okay.
Oh
574.
yeah, I almost put that down.
Oh, okay. All right.
She fucked
I'll
up a
read
lot
it.
of shit.
The granddaughter of Rand and Avienda, seen in Avienda's viewings of the future in Ruidian, Ankala was an ambitious maiden of the spear, although she intended to give it the spear and marry Hiel. She was very proud of being of the lineage of the dragon and resented Andorans being able to claim it as well. She and Hiel
Why
tricked
are you stumbling over
Talana,
that
the
name?
queen
It's obviously Hey Y'all.
Yeah,
of... Hey y'all!
Good point.
Tricked
That's the
Talana,
whole-
the queen of Andor, into joining the battle against the Shan-Shan.
Hey y'all, I'm gonna marry Rand's granddaughter.
Yeah, that's all I've got is like talk about this downward turn for the bloodline. She's gonna marry someone named Hey Y'all. But like that's just like things have gone to shit.
I don't. Why? First of all, assuming that Talana, the Queen of Andor, is a descendant of Rand as well, and I don't know because I'm not going to flip to the T's.
She is.
Why would she trick them into joining the battle like Shan-Shan? What a weird.
Do you not remember what happens like in like Avienda's viewing?
Vaguely, I honestly, Avienda's thing is,
I mean,
It's not my favorite part of the books. Yeah,
It's depressing.
yeah, it's depressing as fuck.
um,
Piece of the dragon. Yeah, but anyway, I just wanted to highlight the fact that this dude's name was Hey Y'all. Like that just seems like just it's an amazing name.
I'm so glad you're highlighting that. We're not digging into what at the end of Rand's descendants did because that's
Nope, just Hey Y'all.
I mean,
Yep.
she was very proud of the dragon's lineage. I that's interesting. Resented
Just-
Andorans for
it's
being
fine.
able to claim it as well. So
Just
that
stop
just
trying
means
to
she
bring it
doesn't
back
like
to
the
that.
children from Rand's other offspring, basically.
Oh,
Yeah,
so you're
fine.
not surprised by Dragon's lineage.
You are bringing it back to this, aren't you?
Yeah.
What?
Joe, get drunker.
We just
Hey, y'all.
we don't want to dig into all the Avienda stuff and Avienda and Ranskids or all the children of the dragon.
All right.
Random and
I
all.
mean, that's a whole episode by itself.
You would think that we would do that, but instead we're going to talk about Hey Y'all.
I mean, I don't
Yes,
hate
much
that
better.
idea. Hey, y'all.
I kind of want to go back to the H's now and just be Hey Y'all for like 6 episodes.
I don't even think Hey Y'all's in the H's. You give your next entry. I'm going to go look
It's
him up.
Oh Jono, Oh Hey y'all. That's Irish.
We're going to go back to the original, the first page of this chapter, 543.
Oh, he is.
543.
He's there.
I hope this one's not Tom's. So Oak Dancer.
No, I don't know.
It's the name of a wolf, which to me, this sounded like Jordan was channeling a little bit
Bobby
of
Randall. I'm not even sure what that's in reference to anymore.
I don't either. Hey, y'all.
That's how drunk I am.
To me, this seems like when, like, this is a female wolf instead of a female character. And instead of describing her tits, he just describes her pelt and then how Perrin wanted to hunt with her pack. So I think that Jordan
Wait,
really got it.
you're breaking up a lot. What?
God damn it.
I
Oak
hear it.
Dancer.
Yeah. hear you
It's
now.
a female wolf. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
So
following
instead
you.
of where he would usually describe a female character as like, her bosom or whatnot. Instead, he's describing this wolf's pelt and how Perrin wanted to go hunt with her. I feel like Jordan just like kind of like, well, this is what Perrin would think about when he was in bestiality mode. And just instead of talking about bosoms in this one, I'm going to talk about her, where her fur is and all that. And he got into it. I was very excited for him.
I'm not gonna join you in this one. I'm just gonna leave you on a limb on your own.
Are you saying that, like, when she's upset, she would cross her arms under her pelt? Is that what you're saying?
Under her teeth. Under her teeth.
Yeah, that's what I said. What did I say?
Yeah.
You want to do the oath rod?
So hard.
Sure. Sure, let's talk about the
Well, I mean,
She had
still have
fine
the thing to watch,
haunches. Oak Dancer is definitely a stripper name. Beach and Y Shizzle, obviously, should just be on our show. I don't know why.
Everyone's making
I
this
can
work.
sign
Holy
off.
shit! Oak Dancer is a stripper name. You know what? That's as far as I'm going to take that. I thought of other things.
What was that?
All right. So what did you think was interesting about the oath rod? One thing I thought was it said the older one was when bound, the more it restricted. There's levels of restriction to the oath rod.
Yeah, I didn't know what that meant. Like at first, like if it had been age restricted, like if you get, like at age 20, you can live like this amount, but if you get oath rotted, write that one down at like 90. As a human,
oath rotted is a verb.
Because
But
there was
like, if you're 10,
I
you say,
assume that's what that means.
Say
too,
I'll never
Jono.
steal, and you're 40, and you say I'll never steal. Like if you're 10, could you
Yeah.
possibly steal? I don't understand the wording. Maybe
it's got to be that because I remember there's a part where the kin are concerned of like what happens if we swear on the oaths. What if we just die? So it's got to be restricted.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
I do remember that.
That's different. That's further down.
Guys, we have a special guest to talk to.
I thought it meant the older one was when bound, the more it restricted. Oh shit. Well,
Hey Dan.
Oh brother Dan, where are they then?
I'm on Toth, on Delar, on Fear, on Grial.
I want to go back to the old tongue.
Yeah.
Guys, Old Tongue is the best. There's a whole glossary of Old Tongue.
I'm gonna flip you a crico in like 2 seconds if you don't knock it off.
Hi guys.
Hi,
Hey.
Haven't seen you in a while, brother Dan. How are you?
Better to see you, Jono. How are you guys?
We're great.
Doing well.
Joe, and we have Tom.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Well, I mean,
And
the second,
Jono.
the second the guest shows up, I'd check out because I could just get to relax.
I'm just here for a minute. I still got a show. I'm still
Dan has
trying
a
to
show
read
to
the
do.
chapters.
What
Brother
time's your show in
O'Dan.
there?
Brother O'Dan.
But guys, O is all about the Old Tongue, right? I mean,
Yeah, we
there's
gotta
like
keep it up.
like 15 pages of Old Tongue.
Yeah, I know, but what else?
I know we masterfully skipped it. You bring us back.
El Kalahadra Malkir for my sweet land, Malkir.
Tonight is the Leafcast 100th show.
Wait a minute.
Tis.
Let's talk about that for a while. That's 2
Yeah,
O's.
Tis.
Wait, is that a
That's,
one?
yeah,
that's
I mean-
100.
Guys, do you remember your 100th show back? What was it, like
No,
94,
Jesus.
95?
Yeah.
It was the year aught.
Yep, 100 shows, 100 shows of our first time readers, and we are only halfway through Fires of Heaven. Huh.
Oh, fuck yeah. Congrats,
Yeah, you
you put
slowed it the
yourself
fuck
into a
down.
bad situation. Good for you.
I know. Dan, do you ever like look at 100 episodes and see where you're at and just be like, God, we're gonna be doing this. for a
Oh,
while."
Jesus.
We're doing this for a while. yeah, and especially because we are known for kind of our sidetracks and our,
You'll set
there
out to
are
do
no
4
rails.
chapters, but really it's like 3.
Weird. We always prep for 4 and we rarely get to it. So, so that's just kind of how it goes. We should be way further, or we should be
I
way
used to
less. I
literally-
think we're.
Said April 2013.
God.
That's so
Thank
good.
you. Thank
That's
you.
I
so
love
good.
that somebody found that out so quickly. I don't
That was
know.
9
9
years
years
ago, guys.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's
Yeah, we know.
insane.
We know.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
So
thank
well
you.
done.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, thanks. Well done on your end
That's-
too. but-
That's awesome. That's awesome, though. When did you guys realize that you've really fucked up though by this is only 100 shows in?
April 2013.
Yeah. And you still decided to do a podcast.
Sounds about right.
No, I mean we don't really look at the number. Ryan just kind of keeps a track of it. But I mean, as you guys did, we just kind of are just trudging through, man. You know,
Yeah.
it just is what it is, and
You only have,
suddenly we're
you
at
only
100.
have like a couple more decades to go. And you'll get to that
Yeah.
14. You know?
Yeah,
A-
yeah.
It's
And,
sweet
and we are
14.
gonna do New Spring as well. So,
Dan,
Oh.
have you done the math? How many episodes to finish?
math is hard, and I think that God does not like math. He thinks it's blasphemous, and as a result, I don't trust it.
I mean,
Study
you're
your math,
book 5, so you've only got you're probably about a third of the way through, so 300.
I mean, we just shot a rocket into an asteroid. Isn't that something only a god should do?
Go on.
I mean,
I mean,
I
come
agree.
on.
Wait,
I mean,
wait a minute.
we are getting into the gods' realms when we get outside of our atmosphere.
Leafcast shot a rocket into an asteroid.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
that's
we
amazing.
did. You didn't hear about that?
You didn't know
Oh, yeah.
know, Tom, about Leafcast's space program?
Yeah, yeah. Leaf X.
Yeah, they send puppets into space, and then I mean, weirdly enough, they can breathe out there because they're puppets.
They broadcast
Yeah.
YouTube using LeafLink. I get it.
Mars, the moon, it really doesn't affect us
Yeah, it
at
doesn't
all.
matter.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Felt
All right,
about
guys, I'm gonna
it.
let you guys
Grab
go.
your
I love you.
I love you, Dan.
When you're done, everyone come on over and jump in
I'll come hang
jump in our podcast. We're having a party.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 100th
That sounds
episode
good.
celebration.
Yeah, I got a
It's
cake.
just an excuse for me to get drunker again.
drunker 2.0.
Oh, brother Dan, are you actually doing a show, or are you just doing a celebration kind of thing?
We're doing a show. In theory, we are trying to get through Fires of Heaven chapters 40 through 43.
And they'll
Oh, what
get
does
through
that entail?
Fires of Heaven, chapter 40.
Yeah, chapter 40, maybe
Yeah.
40, 41.
Chapter 4.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, 4-0.
Todd's going to be back. We have our friend Jansen, who's generally just our Sunday show. He's going to be there. We're having everyone. And I think people are going to be jumping in and out, and you guys are welcome to as well.
That's awesome.
Right on.
So,
Congratulations, Dan.
Really,
thank you. I love you. Mwah.
All right. Goodbye.
Talk more Oathrod, would you?
Oh, we're about to.
And that is how few O entries there are. We're doing plugs.
That we're just like, hey, Dan wants to come on for a few minutes. Why not?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, absolutely.
John, what else about the Oathrod?
Hold on. I thought this was funny. Ayush knew because that's when he hadn't been spoiled yet, which I thought was important. And
I
also
lost
Beach
my
was
virginity
like
the
the end
next
of Memory of Light, obviously.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We did do it.
Yeah, see,
that
they
was
all knew.
perfect. Yeah.
They all knew.
We don't.
We don't. But
Was
they
it
did.
worse? So what's interesting to me is that so the Oathrod, like this second sentence here, maybe it's the third. It says here, and I sometimes want to just highlight my book, but I don't. That apparently the Aes Sedai of today's age did not realize that it was something from the Age of Legends. That's very confusing to me.
That's so dumb.
Yeah.
How do they not know that?
I don't know. Because it seems kind of obvious that if it uses the power like a ter'angreal, it would not be from this age.
Yeah, because no one knows how to make them currently. That's very strange to me.
But yeah. So the second paragraph. Oathrod was a relic of the Age of Legends, although the Aes Sedai of the Third Age did not know that.
Oh, well, maybe they just didn't know it went back that far.
When else would it have been from?
I don't know. During the breaking, like it could have still been made before or post Age of Legends, right?
Okay, I guess that's a question of semantics, really. When do you consider that?
It is semantics. It is. Yeah. It is. I mean, very much so. But like, I'm just saying there is like wiggle room there for them to be like, oh, well, maybe it was made during this time.
But anyway, it seems like a strange. It predates the White Tower, therefore Age of Legends, obviously, because it's again a fucking ter'angreal. And you guys have never known how to make those. So then we talked about the age thing. Oh, this was an interesting one. I don't think it's mentioned. Like it may be kind of like hinted at, but injuries hurt more in that first year because you literally have something kind of bearing down on your skin. So it's almost like you're prone to bruising, prone to extra pain. That was kind of interesting.
That is interesting.
A horrible time.
It's almost like I should have read this previous to us talking about this on the show.
I mean, it's up to you. You know, you've only got a show where you do this.
Come on. I like you telling me things in real time. It's more fun that way for me.
You sound like my wife. I'm going to do this to you. And you know what she says? No, you're not.
I like the weird, the absurd amount of description going to the Oathrod is fun for me. It looked like ivory, but felt smoother. Not quite like ivory, but not quite like glass. And
weighed like ivory.
Was very cool to the touch, but not cold, but distinctly cool.
I think Jordan went to like a sex shop.
So wildly specific, like getting into there.
He went to like a sex shop.
It was very hard, harder than a steel bar. So no heavier than ivory, it appeared to be. And was unmarked. I mean, just all of the descriptions of like how cold it was, how long it was, how thin it was. Like, wow. Okay. Interesting.
It's frictionless, but at the same time, like it's got a good grip inside you. It's got like there's kind of it's not necessarily ribbed, but it's got some contours so that like you can kind of grip it some with your hand.
Yeah, I mean, I think what you're describing is that it had a flowing symbol incised on one end.
Yeah, for your puss.
I mean, otherwise it was unmarked.
Deep cut, Wet Hot American Summer joke there.
Hey, Jimmy's here.
Oh,
hi, Jimmy.
Hi, Jimmy.
I mean, James.
Hi, James. Did we just bring a whole bunch of like brief guests?
I'm not sure what's happening right now.
Our no guest show. Hi, Jimmy. And the good news is we're easily distracted because it's just you and I. I don't even get to make.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Tome should be back anytime now, Jono.
Oh, okay. Also, quick question for you, Joe, because I don't think you read this entry. How long can the strongest channeler live without the oath rod?
Without?
Yeah, without the oath rod.
Wait, does strengthen the one power make you live longer?
Yes.
Yes.
No, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either until I read that.
1,000 years.
Ooh, close. Tom, do you remember?
800 years.
That's correct.
Oh,
I win.
All right. I was only off by 200 years.
$7.99 because I still would have been closest without going over. Joe went over. Price is Right rules for all these guesses.
Oh, look at Why Shizzle said 420. Dana Lou said 800.
Dana Lou was right. Yeah. Also, there's nothing more fucked up than the idea.
Curve scoring caused my classmates to be mad at me. I got 4.
Now
I
we're
couldn't
looking
even read the
more
rest of
about.
that. I was just laughing.
So if you're the strongest Aes Sedai, you live 800 years, but if you use the Oath Rods, it's 300 years.
Yeah, that's a giant 62.5% cap on your life. Just deduction. So enjoy that.
Real quick?
Yeah, 3/8.
Why Shizzle said, imagine how long I said I went through menopause.
Fuck yes. That should be fun.
That's horrible. Why'd you say fuck yes to that?
Also, it's probably still the same amount of time.
What?
Yeah, but elongated.
Well, I think it's probably still the same.
I don't know. If I get bonded to the Oath Rod at 30 and that becomes like the next 20-ish years for me, and I turn like 31 in the way I look 20 years from now, like that's a long time. That's a long menopause.
No, I think even worse, like non-Oath Rod, right? Where like you're glowing through menopause for like a fucking century. Like you've got to be one cantankerous bitch.
I still think you just go through it for the same amount of time, and then you just live a long time after. I don't think I don't think everything takes longer. Do they go through puberty for 20 years?
I hope so. Well, no, because puberty is kind of
no one gets bonded during puberty.
Yeah, onset of channeling is often puberty. That's why they look younger too. There's so many things to discuss here all of a sudden that we really.
Hi, Ebony. Hey, y'all is weirdly enough the name of
we've actually already discussed him.
That's wrong. What's wrong with Catswain then, huh, Jono?
That's exactly right.
Well, that explains a lot.
Thank you, Glenn.
So much.
Oh man, chat's crushing it out tonight, and you know why? Because we don't have anything to talk about.
That's right.
You know what? I really hope chat's very active when we get to the Qs and the X's.
We get to the Qs, we just sit here and we don't talk, and you just put chat things up.
It's just literal silence.
Nothing to say. I'm gonna make sure I have a lot to say. What else do you got? The Ogier.
The next one I've got is, I think the same one you've got is Ogier.
What does Kalhar mean?
Cattle prod.
When Jono jerks off too much,
Cal Brands.
the end of his wrist has a Kalhar on it.
Calluses.
It's red hand.
Yes, into my wrist. Can you give it in a different sentence that's not? Oh, dew on the branch.
I already
He
said.
literally already said the answer.
Red hand.
Oh,
I already said it. What are we talking about, Ebony? God, seriously? Come on now.
Let's talk about Time Companion, the letter O.
Let's talk about how dumb it is the Ogier from another dimension.
I didn't like. It's a great. I don't know if it's dumb per se, but it does lead in so many questions of.
Is it dumb? Wait, is that in here? Well, all right, go to where's Ogier?
Well, it says they're from another world.
545.
545.
Thank you. 545. Okay. What does it actually say?
A non-human race.
Actual brother.
They did not originate in this world.
Okay.
And then
I mean, they allude to that in the,
They just say it. Yeah.
Well, they never.
Dana Lou said Q to Z is as one show.
What an RST!
The whole last part of the books, apparently. Ebony said, Joe, Brian wants to know why 3 dudes are talking about menopause, and the answer is Jono.
Sexism.
Tell
Oh,
Brian.
sexism. Oh, sexism.
Tell Brian to stop being sexist. And
Yeah.
So all right, the Ogier are coming from another world. Why does that sit so poorly with you? I suppose.
I don't know.
Like, why is that surprising or weird?
Everything's relatively grounded. And
well, the
bringing in other
Trollocs are the only like
I got another world
monsters,
to worry about,
and they're like crafted by the Forsaken.
Yeah, but
and then we have like Grom and other shit, but that was like pulled in from a Portal Stone world.
Yep,
it's not that weird.
Yeah, but it's a different Earth of the same Earth.
We don't know that.
Well, we don't. Yeah, we don't know what the Book of opening the Book of Translation means they will
Grom,
travel back to
their.
Oh yeah.
Or a different Earth. It's just a shadow of this Earth. Some of the shadows spawn. They could exist. They're from outside this thing.
Well, we don't know that either, technically, right? Because the Grom could have been taken, because we saw them in Book 2, doesn't mean that they were native to it. That's a world.
I think there's an alternate Earth where Agenor tried to make Trollocs and he made Ogier instead.
That's not what I was saying. Although I love that.
Very possibly.
He had this real weird fetish.
He accidentally made like a very nice race of giants
and it
that just
showed up
and
was like, do you have a book?
I got this recipe all wrong. I wanted bloodthirsty monsters.
I need you to kill something. It's like
that's why he was never going to be Nibelus, right? He like look what I made. Friendly, knowledgeable giants. And the Dark One's like, what the fuck is this?
I want bloodthirsty killers. Yeah. I'm looking for humans and cookpots, and you gave me librarians.
Some sort of orc or ogre, and I'm like, well, I made you a snuffleupagus that likes to read.
Teacups for eyes, Tom.
I don't know. I don't mind at all that they're from a different world. It doesn't bother me.
Another dimension.
I mean, like the idea. Well, I mean, that's to be debated.
Yeah.
I mean, for our listeners and/or viewers, another world could mean many things.
Other than that, in the Ogier, I found.
Do I think they literally landed in a spaceship onto the planet that Rand is on? No.
A tree spaceship, like in Saga.
A tree spaceship, like in Saga? Oh, maybe. That's what the Great Stump is?
Possible.
That's the penis.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So the only question I had was whether or not technically the Book of Translation was a Turing Grail, because I cannot remember that part from the 14th book.
They do not talk about that in detail in the 14th book.
Do you think they need the Book of Translation because the letter for SH and the letter for TH, those sounds look exactly the same?
And that's why you read the goddamn companion.
Is that a T or a U? I don't know. Look in the Book of Translation. God damn it. Is the curl on the top or the bottom?
So the Shanshan stuff about the Ogier was interesting.
Yeah, we talked about it briefly, I think a couple episodes ago. But yeah,
it's the Necronomicon, and they will go to medieval times.
Necronomicon.
Whatever.
Come on.
Listen, I'm drunk. I don't read things.
Yeah. But yeah, the Shanshan stuff is interesting. And clearly
Agenor went through the portal stones and brought back some ents to twist and torment into the Ogier.
You really are just making the whole show comments.
I mean, why not? What else do we have to know?
Fuck it.
We don't really
got nothing.
Yeah.
Wait, don't we still have to watch a video?
Hey, the chat is very active tonight, so I thought I'd enable them.
Yes,
I mean, I'm good. I literally just wanted to say the Ogier Shanshan stuff was interesting. I didn't really have a comment to make about it.
No, I think that's like so. I'd always had this question about the Ogier Shanshan. Why does they never got the longing and that kind of thing? Which I'm still certain it makes sense to me. But there is a very interesting point about the fact that because let's assume that whoever made the male Aes Sedai as they were going crazy and hiding in the steading, they were on what's become Rand's continent, right? Dail, Shara, and whatever. Never were on the west side over in Shanshan, and so therefore.
Some sort of alien seeds.
Yeah, so they never could seed that over there, so they never could go west because it's like why the fuck wouldn't they have been able to do that? So it does make a separate kind of entity really between the two different Ogier.
I was gonna say there's a normal answer here, and Ebony just said there are more studying in the Sean chants and no longing, and that's to my recollection.
That's true. Oh wait, yeah, that's true. Whatever. I thought the most
I don't think that's true.
The most fascinating part about the Shanshan Ogier is that they're not allowed to carry weapons out of the steading unless they're in the Death Watch Guard. But nobles have Shanshan gardeners that are just like regular gardeners. So these Shanshan Ogre have become ninjas with rakes and hoes and shovels.
Yeah,
that's correct.
No, for real. It's written into the book.
It's amazing.
I will kill.
That's why I want that book where Matt goes back to Shanshan with Tuan.
They're like martial artists, but with gardening
Holy
tools.
shit! That's the best cosplay idea ever. You just show up with like
ninja Ogier
and like something else, and like, Ogier gardener
with rakes.
Yeah, rake Jukins. I've got my dumb blended idea.
I can't.
It's Judkins.
Judkins, right? Whatever. That's not the issue. I'm just going as a cosplay Ogier gardener named Rake, carrying a rake. Joe, how much do you hate this idea?
Not at all.
All right, Tom, what else you got? Are we done with this dumb shit? We're going to go on to the other idea.
Another reference to RJ's gardener.
Just use of garden tools and staffs and sticks was developed into a martial art is the greatest line in the entire companion for me. So.
Not even what's her name is dead?
Well, I mean, that's obviously what started it all. But...
Yeah.
When what's her name was dead.
Okay. Almond Buns.
I want to watch an Iron Fist type show of Ogier that are trying to kill people with rakes.
Iron Fist?
9 feet tall. Yeah.
There's so many better martial arts shows. That's Rackist. He's a white man.
Karate Kid, Cobra Kai.
I know there's a C. Oh, Cobra Kai? With Ogier? I'm in.
Yeah, let's whatever the fuck.
What?
What's next?
Let's whatever the fuck?
I think we're done with the O's.
Yeah, we're done
with the O's. Hey, boys,
yes.
Are we done with the O's?
Yeah, let's get to our...
I don't have to keep this book in my lap anymore. So much freedom for my legs.
I'm just trying to see if there's any old tongue language words that are funny. All right, how about this? I'm going to butcher the pronunciation, obviously, but Baikan, Baichan. Jono, I am one of the Baikan bandits.
Oh, sticky or wet?
Sticky. You nailed it.
I don't know why that. I was just going to say wet, so Jono's answer made me laugh a lot more.
How much has Jono had to drink? Not enough. Not drunk enough, Ebony.
Yeah, pretty calm day.
It's not like Ebony watches this show often enough. It's very confused by everything that's happening.
Responses. I feel like Ebony watches the show too often. This is
all right. So, do you guys want to watch the trailer and then talk about it?
Well, I haven't seen it.
It's only a minute. It's only a minute. Then we should definitely watch it. Yeah. All right. I think you guys should play Old Tongue Mad Libs. Thank you, Dan. All right, let's watch the trailer. We'll talk. I hesitate to say how long we'll talk about it because it's very like flashing images and not a lot of substance. But we'll see.
We're close.
Can you guys hear it?
Can you all see it?
Can you all hear me?
A random Harry Potter joke. Wait, is this real? Oh, that's the recap.
Yeah. It's the recap. Yeah.
We didn't defeat the Dark One. We set his strongest lieutenant free. He may be waking the Forsaken. You have no conception of the power they wield.
The only way to stop all this suffering is to stop the wheel itself.
Thanks, brother Dan. Oh, what's next?
Oh, the boys.
That's the boys. Just a little fake Wonder Woman action.
Let's talk about the boys. That's the show I like.
Let's see where we are. Where's the
Whoa.
flashing images stop?
Good freeze frames.
I'm trying to find where I don't know where the actual news. Oh, here we go. So I mean, there's those horses. I mean, you got nothing there. I'm assuming that's near Falm and it's Sean Chan related.
Oh, who
Or
knows?
the waves.
Why even guess?
Why even guess?
It's horses from a distance. Could be literally.
Well, first of all, what did you think about it in general?
Tom?
Oof, it's a lot of silence there.
Yeah, I don't know.
How do you have an opinion? Obviously, it looks nice. It looks polished, right? I mean,
Sure, it looks like a TV show that people made, and
yeah. Here's the deal: the exact same dumb shit I've said 1,000 times already, and that is,
yeah,
I'm fucking happy there's a TV show. I'm gonna watch every fucking minute of it, and hopefully it's good. I didn't enjoy the end of last season, to put it mildly, but I'm all in to watch the next season. So I don't really know. Like, my expectations for what episode or season 2 of this show would look like are completely out of whack, because I think it should be book 2, which clearly is not viable. So I don't know. Who the fuck would ask my opinion? You're an idiot, Joe, for asking my opinion.
Oh, I am so stupid for asking your opinion. I agree.
Yeah. Other than that, looks great.
Tom's overall opinion is it's a show.
Yeah.
well, I mean, I guess I have to wait and see, because a lot of it just was like,
I don't know. I know I've come across, and it's obvious to our viewers and our listeners at this point that I'm excited. I want to see it. I weirdly enjoy it, even though it's fucking weird and wrong in a lot of ways.
Agreed. And honestly, I feel, look, I mean, there's, it's hard to really apologize for having the budget they did and not being able to do what they wanted to, but there were clear things stymieing their progress, right? There was this whole giant pandemic thing. But, so let's see what happens with, condom off, right? They're allowed to do what they want to do.
I think weren't they still making season 2 during pandemic?
It took the condom
a
off.
little bit.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, or at least somewhat.
Oh, see, condom off.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell by the way his nostrils are flaring.
Yeah, he's ready.
I don't know. I'm excited for season 2. It's honestly, I know this is a very brief and bizarre takeaway from this little tiny tidbit that we got to see, but like,
Man, get that gross hand.
it's fun. It's fun. Oh, that you don't like that?
Dude,
It's fun to see. It's fun to see Donald as Matt, because it seems like he's gonna like fall right into the role and like go running with it. So hopefully that's
he
true.
looks great.
What do you think about these 13 chairs with 13 people? I mean, it's clearly Ishmael in the bottom right.
Are there 13 people?
They're counted. I counted. There's 13.
Is that the Forsaken?
Also, why Shizzle said, I didn't like he may be waking the Forsaken in quotes, which I
did not like that. Yeah, some of the quotes make me uncomfortable. Unless,
well, I mean, I take that as like Moraine not understanding what's happening. I don't take that as like he's literally waking them up. But
I gotta say, that's my biggest thing. Is I'm definitely tired of Moraine.
That sounds good.
Also, yeah. Okay.
What if this is like the Black Ajah?
It's the focus of the trailer again. Yeah. I mean,
it could be. He could be meeting with Aes Sedai.
Isn't this just the Dark One social?
I don't think
it must be like the equivalent of that, I think.
We're commenting on a trailer that I'm assuming has been like poured over like in.
Oh yeah. Well,
other people have done this better than us, but that doesn't matter. We're still going to do it.
Yeah,
that's true.
We're going to do it 4 days late. And
is this only 4 days
record, Jono?
Everyone.
Yeah, else. It was Friday, I think, or maybe Friday, I think.
Happy birthday, Joe. This is what we should have done. We should have just recorded from the haunted house.
This is kind of like a haunted house. This still. All right, what else we got? Because that was all very fast.
All right, so that one's so hard to pause it on. Hold on, let me see if I can get. Oh, hey, there you go. I got it. So Sean Chan. First of all,
That's
clearly
Uno.
Shan-Chan. But I also really love the like curved beetle like backs that they have with their armor. That's really cool.
Yeah, I do like.
You can see Perrin in the background and Loyal way off.
Oh yeah, there's
other
Loyal
people.
and P. Ryan. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and that's clearly one of the Shan-Chan women there with the thing in front of their mouths.
Yeah. Either that or a weird goatee.
Yeah, who knows what this is? I mean, maybe this is fall. Maybe this is like, I don't know why Uno would be on the ground about to be executed, it looks like. But
I mean, technically, they came close there in Falm, right? Maybe they would have been captured somehow, but, close to the Children of the Light and that kind of thing. Not quite how it happened in the books, or we could be somewhere else wildly.
Not quite how it happens in the books. I like that they're changing things drastically.
Glenn has a long comment, but I want to show it. I have no expectations anymore. No, I no longer count on even major events in the books to make it to the show. I've no idea what they're going to do story-wise. That's not saying I dislike the show. I think that's kind of like how I feel most of the time. Like, I'm excited to see it, but at the same time, I don't like have preconceptions of like, this is going to happen. I can't wait to see this. Like I'm just going to go like, all right, let's go see what they do. It'll be fun.
I think the most important thing for book readers is to not be a dick, right? I mean, you're allowed to be a dick; it's your own call. But also, like, to make sure that as a person, like, you kind of keep your own mental canon, what the fuck happens versus what's coming on. Because there's nothing worse than having like your conceptions like changed, right? And that's not because the show is bad or good or whatnot, but just make sure that you just always have what you feel like the vision of the book should be. Or if you like this more too, or we'll go the other way apparently. Good job, Mary. Then fuck yeah.
I think Turok Dinosaur Hunter will be different because of that.
It'll be a little confusing.
Will we even have Turok Dinosaur Hunter?
We fucking better. I think he's been cast already.
That's the line in the sand.
Oh, so same scene, obvious, but Perrin and Loyal in the back.
Oh, yeah. That's Loyal in the back. For a minute there, I thought it was Brendan Fraser.
Oh, you thought that was
That's Turok Dinosaur Hunter, right?
I hope so.
Hold on a second.
Chug.
Alexa was just shouting at me. I just she's like heard something I said and was like, and I'm like, oh my god, this isn't about you, Alexa.
Do you want me to play the Wheel of Time right now, Joe? No.
I hate and love this so much. Ah, yes.
Wait, is this a clip from the show?
Yeah. No, this is a clip from the show. He's right behind Perrin.
Fuck. This looks.
I've cut Jono up 2 times with stupidity. Sorry.
It's like every time. It'll beat me every time.
Ebony says Sura.
Yeah.
That makes a lot more sense. It's a lady.
Yeah, Suroth would have been the one in question in power here. Or not actually in power. She was second in charge. But writing and things, looking a little more feminine unless that's his jaw. But I think it looks fucking amazing.
I always thought the Dinosaur Hunter was a little feminine.
They look, I have to say, the Shan-Chan do look really fucking cool.
It's fucking frightening.
Is that mask inspired by anything from the book, or is that just like...
I don't think so. I think it's just like the veil that they would wear, or like, I think like Tuon wore a veil for a while. Maybe that's...
No, she only wore that because she was not being Tuon, the Fresh Prince.
Yeah, I know, but she like wore it. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah.
I don't understand the connection between Tuon and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Jono, but I appreciated it.
I think it's fucking cool looking though. Like it's a really cool.
She is cool. I assume it's Soroth as well, but like it is really fucking cool. I think she looks great.
I think Tuon sang "Parents Just Don't Understand" when she tried to kill all of her siblings to make sure she was number one in line for the throne.
Also, I mean, like that's got to be. Like, I guess they're like attachments, right? Because it looks like there's like little things.
Yeah, it looks like they're a part of.
End up doing this.
So who grew those nails? Their ancestors?
Quick, Joe, real quick in the comments to watch this, none in the stink either.
Yeah. Actually, technically, there's 2.
None in the pink, one in the stink.
No, none.
He's got
none anywhere.
He's got it.
His nails are terrifying.
I think he's nailing it. None of the pig, one in the stick. That's exactly how that would go.
I've just got this. Never mind.
This is a quick little tidbit of Moraine kind of yelling at Lan, and I think there's going to be a lot of drama with her not having the one power. And like,
I can't wait for that. I love when the hero loses their power.
Oh, it's my favorite. You know what I loved in that Wolverine movie, Origins, when he didn't have his healing factor and he couldn't be Wolverine for like whole movie? Those are my favorite movies.
I know it's hard to watch because they lose their powers and then they lose them forever, and you have to deal with all this drama and it never comes back. And oh wait, you just have to sit there and wait for it to come back. It's fucking
like in Wonder Woman 1984 when she's depowered for a long time and can't really, and she's starting to get cut from stuff, and it's really like that's really upsetting to me. And I have no idea if she's gonna have her powers at the end of the movie.
If you take someone's powers away, it better be permanent. Otherwise, it's exhausting.
It also comes back to bite you in the ass real hard. You would think that people who would do that would be aware.
I'm sure there's like 1,000 more superhero movies we can reference, but
I'm
sick of people losing their powers. I hate it.
They do it all the time. It's the worst story.
It's so
dumb. Every Man
what is she? What about Iron Man 3 when he doesn't have a suit?
That was exhausting too. That was a Tony Stark movie.
I mean, that's, to be honestly, it was better though. It was done. It was handled well.
There's Shane Black.
All right. I skipped those Sean Chan. Sorry. They do look horrifying from the front though. But I'll try to grab it. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Man, look at that. That's way more intimidating than I thought it would look. Like that looks great.
Yeah, nailed that bug armor.
Yeah. I mean, the beetle spine, or like, the exoskeleton looking spine is they nailed it there. I don't know about what is that on the shoulder? Is that a lion?
I don't know. I mean, don't worry about the plot or the character, but definitely get the bug armor right. Nailed that.
You have to excuse the direct rave Judkins.
The Beach said the Shanjan have a whole Kama Sutra book just for fingering.
It better.
God,
like with that shit. Like, you cut your own clit off, man. Like, that's fucking nuts looking.
I do love the tassels because that looks like a spear that Rand would cut off in a gay way and use as a scepter.
Badass. Good point. Yeah.
That won't happen.
Let's see what else we got here. Nynaeve with no braid standing in a field. That won't happen in the show. You're talking about sexy glue? Sexy glue's not going to happen?
I swear to God, if they do sexy glue and the entire igloo gets formed out of cum, I'm gonna have to send a lot of people a lot of apologies. Because no matter what it takes to get there, it's worth it.
I'm sorry. It's a lot of cum. I'm sorry. What do you think about Nynaeve in a field with no braid? Moving on. Land with a sword, shirtless. I mean,
First off,
good job, Daniel Henney. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, Daniel Henney's been going to the same gym I've been, except for way longer and different gym.
And he also works out instead of just drinking juice and going to the bathroom.
Jono. You can't compare yourself to Daniel Henney. Come on now. He looks amazing. Good job, Daniel Henney.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, just keep. Yeah,
I mean, Jesus Christ, look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that son of a bitch. God damn it. Let's just take a moment. I mean, let's just take a moment.
I'm glad I don't have those.
Does he look like it's cut from marble, though? Because he does.
Is he Paul Rudd?
Is he white? Then he's not Ben Affleck.
Then he's not Ben Affleck.
But he's not white. It's not Ben Affleck.
All right, this is a super fast scene. I'll try to get clearer.
I don't.
Nynaeve with a sword?
I don't like it.
Well, it's clearly the White Tower, so she's training?
So what?
I don't know.
Could we have... No, that's dumb. Who's there behind her? It almost looks like Moraine.
I think it's one of those warders that we know from the first season. I forget.
This is not just a real fight? Why do you assume she's training?
Because she's in the White Tower.
It is a real... Because she's in the middle of the White Tower.
Well, she could be blocked. Why. This could be them taking down Sean.
He's shaking dew from the branch in that scene.
He's shaking dew from my branch in that
Thank
scene.
you, Beach. Let's go back and look at Land shaking dew from the branch.
I thought it was gonna be the mustard scene.
What are you talking about? I would never do that.
You never know. You never. You never know when it's coming.
See, and that works because it's also still fantasy relevant because Sean Astin.
I mean, they're identical. They're identical.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
What?
How we never talked about how Aram. It's the Wheel of Time, and Aram got frozen in a block of ice and literally is Antina.
Can you imagine being misled and thinking
Is Aram actually Encino Man?
Did it really take us this long?
Yes, it did. We're done with our own jokes.
Holy shit, Aram's Captain America of the fucking Wheel of Time. Oh my god. It's the greatest thing we've ever discovered. Yeah, I've heard accepted testing, like maybe this isn't actually happening in the White Tower kind of thing.
Okay. I could see that. I mean, like obviously but that looks like a human hand and like a human sword. Like it's not it's not like it's going to be a troll.
That happens in accepted testing. Like she can't channel necessarily.
Yeah, but I was thinking.
Yeah, that's true.
The funniest thing is that we see these scenes and then try to apply them to the books, and clearly they don't apply them to the books.
Yeah. That is
we
another
should probably
problem.
stop.
We're constantly like, what can this be from the books? And as we've said many times, this has nothing to do with the books.
Yeah.
Why Shizzle says gray men probably. That's a solid fucking point.
But why fight them with a sword or a knife?
Shut up, Dick.
Another interesting question. God damn it, Tom.
Yeah. Fuck you, Tom.
Clearly, Lab wants Nynaeve to learn swordplay so she can use his properly.
Oh, I like that. Lan wants her to be able to kind of fight back. Yeah.
No, he clearly says Lab. And I'm not sure who that is.
Are we going back to overly unnecessary?
Ebony says, but she does channel in her accept the test.
But she's not supposed to.
But she's not supposed
to. That's a good point.
So maybe again, I don't know.
We are once again trying to apply the books to the show, which they don't do.
Maybe,
but that's all we can ever do, Tom.
Guessing.
All right, got a little bit of Moraine, but then more Sean Chan. How do you think they look from the front? They're just impressive all around.
They're large. Like this dude right here, like in the forefront. Obviously, it's a camera angle, but he's like intimidatingly large looking right now.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, that guy in the background next to the one standing looks to be relatively on the same plane, and he's squatting down.
Yeah.
What am I seeing?
10 feet tall.
I don't know.
You think they got big
Are you 2 feet tall?
Are they gardeners? Oh, is that
cool? I love the teeth, like the grill on their masks. Looks amazing. I don't think there's much more. I think we're it's a little bit of a Gwyn in a novice dress. Okay. I can't wait to see her in like book 10 smashing the Shanjan down. What, 11, 12? I don't know. There's a Donald for like a second as Matt's sick.
That makes me at least makes me think that Matt's in the tower sick from the dagger with the Gwyn and an age.
Yeah.
Maybe they're getting back on the book track. Maybe.
It seems like that's the case, yeah.
Because that is like
but they're still ahead of pace, and we're not in the Great Hunt in any kind of way. But
true, I don't expect to get much of the Great Hunt because for whatever reason, even though it's really fantastic book, there's parts that are really kind of just divvy up and cut and move somewhere else. But if they fuck up that,
well, I mean, we know from like Rafe's tweets and like Q&As and stuff that like Falm is a big part of season 2, like. And from what like what they've said, like in Q&As and stuff, like we know that season 2 is still a little bit more of season 1 in terms of being like wildly off in the books. But by the end of season 2, they're getting closer to back on the rails. And like theoretically, season 3 is going to be closer to the books than ever. But like, I mean, we'll see when it gets there,
I still don't think that he looks great. I think I love him as an actor. Like I
don't mind Loyal at all. Like it really doesn't bother me at all. Ebony said Rand's abs. We see Rand's abs. We're getting to his abs, Ebony. Matt is hungover. Yeah, that's good. Yeah,
that's good. Yeah. It's very lifelike.
I mean, he does look hungover. He's not wrong.
Do you guys know what Joe looks like when he's hungover?
I'll show you. It's like this, but
with a blanket and a pillow over his head.
Pillow over my head, and you can only see my mouth. Just a tiny hole of air.
Yeah.
I have no idea what this could be with Loyal.
That's also.
But he's with Perrin in the Shan thing. This could be earlier in the season.
Look at what the piece, like the metal is. It's a like, what would you call it? Like a steel rod. It's like fluted the whole way up.
Loyal doing autoerotic asphyxiation.
Oh, okay.
I'm almost too drunk to say asphyxiation on the internet right now. He pulls off Loyal, but not the look. Not really sure what that means. In terms of like,
as an actor, I think he fucking nails the role.
Yeah,
it's just like the facial. It looks, and that's no offense.
Yeah, he embodies the character Loyal, but he doesn't look right. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, like it looks like something I could actually see someone at JordanCon doing, because there's some incredible fucking people who do costuming and shit.
Yeah,
also,
that's true.
JordanCon.
Hey, go to JordanCon.
Yeah.
Where did Tom go? Did he run out of cigarettes? The answer is probably.
Maybe and yes.
Also, he'll be back in a minute. He always just lingers off. Tree singing? ? What about autoerotic asphyxiation tree singing?
What are you, hanging a tree?
No, he just gets off on tree singing.
Oh,
he's like, choke me out while I sing this tree into a walking stick.
The lad's nose is
all right, moving on. Moving on. Brain crying in what looks like a bath. Rand's abs. Here you go, Ebony.
Good ab. Yeah, there you go.
I mean, so we've seen this wheel imagery in what I assume is the Aiel waist. From like the other preview for season 2 that we had gotten.
Yeah.
I never thought we'd see it in use, but clearly we do. So like, I don't know, maybe he walks into the waist and he's like, hey, what's up, Aiel? And they're like, we're going to string you up now, idiot. Good job coming out here.
Yeah.
You know? I don't know.
For his sake, I would do 2 things. 1, make that my screensaver for everything.
Also, good job, Yosha. Your workout routine is crushing it.
Yeah, well done. And the other thing is, then thereafter, I don't know, go retire. You're done.
Ebony is excited about this.
I mean, yeah, we gotta talk about it.
Oh, guess
but to
what?
her point, tickets for JordanCon go on sale Saturday. Go to JordanCon, guys. It's fun. We'll see you in person.
Yeah.
If you ever go outside and smoke cigarettes and drink endlessly.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think about this? Do you think captured by the Aiel? What are we looking at?
I don't think so. That doesn't seem like something the Aiel would do, right? And like I don't know. I guess
you don't think so. I don't know.
He is wearing black, so maybe that wouldn't work. I don't know.
I have to assume it's Aiel waist connection.
Like the rope tying shit. What's that fetish called? Tom, you know.
It's a rope tying shit.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, maybe that's what it is.
Bondage?
Look at them swimmer hips. Yeah. But there's more to just bondage. Like there's like the people have like this specific fascination like with the different like rope tying stuff, not just being tied up.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, Jono, but I don't know the name of it because I'm not one.
Well, yet.
He is.
Some casual bondage play, perhaps.
That one's. God damn it, Joe. Yeah, all right. You know what? We'll just go with as Tom and Ayush said. It's just some casual bondage.
I think it's Aiel related, but we'll see.
I love the idea that this is actually the sexy glue reimagined to be, and exactly right.
I think Karen's just like, look at those abs. Fuck.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
I guess we could just. Wow, Perrin's really upset.
Or into
Okay,
it. You
fighting.
can't tell.
I didn't see what that was.
Man bugs
That's
fighting
Damon
somebody.
Targaryen.
I think it's Uno.
You think
No.
so?
I mean,
Oh,
what's that
maybe.
strap?
It's either a Hidori or
Yeah, it
you're
could
right.
be a Hidori. It could be.
Yeah, or it could be an eye patch.
Yeah. Oh, the
And that
on.
does not look like Uno.
Ageless.
You're a horrible person, Tom. But I love it. Ebony says Uno with an exclamation point. So obviously,
Yeah, it seemed
it's
like the
Uno.
strap for the eye patch was back
I'm
there.
almost positive it is. I mean, I mean, we paused it at the right moment, but I mean, the eye patch strap. It's pretty clear there. Okay. I don't think there's much here left there. Oh, there we go. Oh, what is that brief little thing?
I may be wrong, but
Or
it
that
looks-
same fight,
so
Sean
good.
Shan. Maybe.
It's hard to tell.
Also, this is a Gween, but I don't. What's what they are? Oh, is that a collar? Is that the Idam?
Oh, yeah,
That's
see?
interesting.
Shit.
yeah.
It's hard
Either
to
that
tell.
or
'Cause
she's
it looks
making
like
a
it'd
very
be part of her
powerful-
dress.
Hmm.
It's a green dress, isn't it?
That's gonna be rough to watch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not sure I'm gonna love that.
That's gonna be like, yeah, that's like of all the things, that's a tough thing.
It's still hard to read. Like for the
I mean, just looking at the
It's
anguish on her
time,
face,
like,
it made it. That's what clued me in. Honestly, I would have just been like, "Oh, nice weird jewelry she's wearing." Oh, wait a minute, that's a collar.
you read it, if you read it 100 times and you still know what happens, and like it's not fun to read.
Just
Ebony said, if you look at the scene from season 1, I think when the ships arrive at the end, they're all wearing it also. So that's probably that's the obvious choice there. But it's weird that they're going without the dog leash. I don't mean that in like, I don't know. I just love that stupid idea of them being like they have to be that close. I know it's stupid to have a literal chain going from a person to another person,
No.
but
It does change like later, like it does matter, like kind of in the beginning.
imagery wise, the dog leash I think is probably one of the most just like fucked up things you can imagine, right?
yeah, it's
like
so
literally-
it's so
Yeah.
extra demeaning that
Yeah.
like it gives it more weight almost.
Yeah, a
than
little
just being like, put
depravity
this
for
collar
your
on your
third.
neck. It's trapping you.
Yeah. Like, it definitely just adds like just a horrible like, extra level to it, right? And like when it's hung up on that wall, when Min comes in, and like the Queen's been trying to like take it off, and like as soon as it hits the ground, like she just screams in torment and agony. Like again, it's fucking horrible, and therefore great TV. If we learned anything, great TV.
The separation of the collar and bracelet came later with old Magi.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, technically not with Omagi, with Elaine, who making it for originally, not like before she even met Omagi. Or maybe not before she met her. But
It's just
anyway,
old Mog. It's just
Yeah.
old Mog.
that's true too. But again, wouldn't play with the
Oh, I
audience.
said, Ebony said, I think they didn't think it would play well with the audience. Well, of course it wouldn't, but that's the point.
It sh-
It's be
it
more
should not.
disturbing, I feel like. Yeah, it shouldn't play well with the audience.
Yeah, and
I mean, it's a choice. It's a choice. I think it's a choice in certain, even in terms of limitation of someone moving around a room and filming it. That's an obvious.
it
like,
does add a difficulty of like, hey,
yeah,
you go over
yeah.
here.
Just in the pure like,
Yeah.
Maybe
I'm
it's-
trying to
maybe
film
it's-
this scene, physics of it all. Like that would be annoying, but
Maybe it's hard to get that across visual. Maybe it's easier to get across visually that someone has a magic collar that they can't move than to have
yeah,
it
maybe.
leashed and hung up on a peg and like, well, just go pick it up. And then every scene you
That's
got to be
true.
like, I can't. I've tried so many
I
times.
can't.
But
Yeah,
that
you know what?
scene itself, though, could be a 20-second scene, and it's
Yeah,
horrible.
it's interesting. I don't know. It's a fine line to walk. Again, it's these little minute decisions that
Yeah.
they make for the show that I'm either for or against, and
Yeah.
most of the time I'm like,
it's a
it's
legitimate
okay.
question of how depraved do you want your human slavery to be? I guess like we've come to rock bottom. If that's a question, that's not great.
I spent a lot of time on this.
Well, yeah.
It's a big part of season 2.
Go back to
theoretically.
Rand's abs.
Theoretically.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. I'll go back to Rand's abs.
That's close. Yeah, he's looking at him. But she's not.
Let's just watch Rand's abs.
Yeah. He's looking down.
He's like, oh my God, look at myself. What have I done? I'm a
His
golden
pants-
god.
Yeah. They didn't used to be that wet.
If that was you though, for real, like that scene, like you're filming that scene, at least once you gotta look down and be like, "Fuck yes."
Oh my God.
Fuck yes. I look fantastic.
So this is White Cloaks riding towards a city wall. I assume Falm, but also not enough of them.
I never pictured Falm having a wall.
Neither did I. But like
did not.
that's beyond. That has nothing to do with anything.
Yeah,
I am assuming it's the White Cloaks.
Hold on. They had to get past some guards.
Huh.
I never pictured having like a large city wall, maybe like a.
Did they have to get past guards?
Like a
They
5 foot
definitely
wall.
worried about like, being like
They had to
noticed.
get past. They had to get past. They had to climb over the wall to like the noble's house.
We have to
Yeah,
go
yeah,
back
yeah,
to this.
exactly.
We have to go. We have to
They
go
just
back to this
wrote
for
it, so.
Beach.
Oh no!
Every doorway has one of the invisible fence setups to keep them from running away. It's fantastic. It's good work.
But
Good
that's
work,
the White
Beach.
Cloaks. The Legion will advance at a walk over
Oh,
here.
man, that's a fat. I'm amazed I hit that pause scene when I did.
Whose sword was
Okay, there
that?
it is.
I think the
Well, I
Legion
don't know.
should
We'll
have
see in a second.
advanced it. I think the Legion should have advanced at a gallop the entire time.
I don't
Made
think
a
so.
difference.
Legion should
Not in
turn
that
around.
fog. It's heavy fog, Tom. One of the horses is liable
well,
to trip.
Well, the walk certainly didn't help.
You don't want to it gets to battle exhausted. You don't want your horse exhausted. What's wrong with
Yeah,
you?
you got to take it. You got to take it at a slow pace. Well, God, man, these scenes are so rapid fire. I'll try to get that one after the White Cloaks. Midrol?
I think
right?
so. It's got to be either that or it's like. I guess.
I can't
just
imagine
weird.
what that would entail. All I can picture is a fake hobbit asleep in a bed.
Oh, okay. So not a Mirdro.
Yeah, so it's one of the.
It's a Nazgul.
It's one of them ring wraiths. There's just a wad of hay that looks like a hobbit sleeping underneath that sword.
It's a
Imagine
bad
a
place.
ring
to
wraith
sleep.
being so stupid.
The different series, dickhead. It's still not finding one.
Just like, did you get him? Like, it was hay.
Yeah, no.
Should we just do the?
We thought for sure.
I want to see that debrief.
I mean, we were really
Like
positive.
eight ring wraiths walk back to the ninth one and be like, well, I mean, we thought we had it. Turns out
Not a
just a
single
bunch of
one of you.
pillows.
Not a single one of you.
No one saw them run away in the night? Nah, we were looking at the beds. They were very convincing. One of them had a wig on it. Looked just like the guy.
Did they? And then Sirlin's just like, did they at least do like the Ferris Bueller fake breathing sound thing? No. It was
didn't.
just hay. It was hay.
It was just some pillows and hay. I mean, again, one of them had a wig, but that was it. And it looked real. There wasn't a lot of candles in the room. It looked real.
Like, at least tell me there's no more miles put on my Ferrari. Like, well, we have more.
There's a lot. There's a lot more. There's a lot more miles. Where Shizzle says it's a Dementor. I like that too.
Well, obviously.
Harry's just trying to conjure up a
Henry?
Clear.
a Patronus charm, and he's just about to get ripped apart.
I mean, we're making Lord of the Rings and Ferris Bueller jokes, but clearly this all stemmed from Harry Potter, which is
I mean, everything
is a rip off of.
We all know that everything comes from Harry Potter.
Yep.
I see that is an Azkaban. Yeah, so we know why Shizzle. You're on the right track. It's all a rip off of Harry Potter. Thank you, Ayush. Oh,
At least some
people have been listening to us for way too long. All right, so that's the end. There's two little brief. Let me see if I can get them. Oh, nothing. Well, that is one of them. I can't really tell what that is. Sean
It's
Chan?
some sort of fiery explosion of a bug man.
Is it a bug man?
I don't think it's a bug.
Oh, that's just more Sean Chen running out.
These,
to
yeah,
fight.
yeah, these look. The fucking teeth look fucking creepy.
Aaron Patronus. My shizzle's crushing it out in the chat tonight, guys. I don't know. You're all asleep right now, and it's very disappointing to me. All right, that's it, boys. Wheel of Time Season 2. I can't wait to talk about the actual show when we know what things are. Because I'm pretty sure our commentary on this trailer was spot on.
Yeah, we're going to compare it. That's what we should do. We should do compare and contrast what actually happened.
Honestly, if we did that from Season 1, we would be... I think we're right most of the time. If not all of the time.
We're always right.
So you see this scene, he's squeezing mustard into his mouth.
Yeah, I mean, obviously. Yeah. It's Aram. Is it Aram? Is it Loyal? We don't know. There's always mustard.
Realizing that Aram is actually Encina and frozen in a block has been worth this entire.
So that's tWoTcast for this week. If you have any comments or questions, leave them below. And in theory, that's still a theory, we'll get better at responding to them. You can listen to the audio version of this show wherever you get your podcasts. tWoTcast theme songs brought to you by the one and only Taffy Benetton and Andrel Genhold. And you can find links to their music below in our show description, of course. Thank you to our guests, which we had none of, except for a surprise one, Dan, who came out of nowhere, and I can't wait to watch his 100th episode of his first-time reader podcast. Join us next episode for more Wheel of Time, covering the Wheel of Time companion, of course. And do you know what that letter will be?
Penis.
P. No, just P.
No, just P.
Just P, Jono. And
I just did.
I'm Joe. Say goodnight, Jono.
Good night, Jono.
And Tom.
Study your math.
Keep the change, you filthy animals.
Among the first to start, the tWoTcast was so smart to lovingly bash our favorite books. But that was long ago, and now they've grown the show, and now they got us in their hooks. Don't throw coins to these bastards, they need bars of gold at least. Someone please keep them afloat. Now let's listen as they once again ramble through a book. Let's get the fucking quote. One of them is Tom, but he is barely on. Sometimes he calls into the show. Another one is Jono. Is he their joker? Oh no. And Joe, is he the stupid one? Welcome to the tWoTcast. We will share our love for books and all our hate in every episode. We'll entertain you, make you laugh so hard you barely can stand up. That is the tWoTcast code.